It's Street Fighter time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today I'm gonna have a look at It's Your Girl, Cammy from Street Fighter V 30th Anniversary SH Figuarts Fighting Body. And we clear that up. Somebody wrote in the comments in the Payne review that fighting body does not mean it's wrestling figures, that's just the mold, that's just the body that they're using for all their figures recently. For everything that's basically a regular humanoid character will have the fighting body. And this is the box with some nice artwork on the side. It is number 3. We also have Rashido on deck. That review is coming up soon. But first, let's have a look at Cammy. Alrighty then, let's start this off by having a look at her size. She stands at pretty much 15 centimeters to the top of her head, which means exactly 6 inches tall. Now the face is like all the other SH Figuarts Street Fighter style. It's anime. It's very much anime style, which does look good on its own, but it's not accurate. But we have a very nice detail in the head. Actually, look at the logo going on over there. And actually, can you take the head off? It's spinning around. It is on a peg, so if you want, you can take it off. You'll have a little bit of a hole in there. Very nice detail in the eyes. I mean, look at that. I really like the conversion from the lighter blue, well, basically white, to a darker blue going on over there. Scar is nicely painted. Not the best conversion in the neck over here, but it's forgivable. Very nice mold in the hair. And the harness overall also looks good. Bunch of detail going on there, a bunch of wrinkles. Same for the leotards, her green jumpsuit. Has some muscle work over there, and of course the boobies, those are there, those are on board. And also the molded detail she has in it. Since Street Fighter V only, before it was all completely simple. And we have some very good looking muscle work going on throughout the arms and the legs, but we'll get to that. Arm bracelets and gloves over here, very nice and shiny and fitting. Once again, that's accurate. The most important part is that how it looks in the game to me, and they did a fairly good job with that as far as the mold goes. And we're going down to the boots, but once again, look at all this muscle work over here. It's kind of freaky, but accurate once again, and the pouches. Now, let's have a look at the bats. The butt. What did they do here? Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of people are like, oh, this looks ugly, and a lot of other people say, well, what else should they have done? I don't know, but this just doesn't look good. And as far as articulation goes, which we will get to, the articulation of the legs and everything is good, but you know me, I'm more of a guy who likes a clean looking figure rather than having super articulation, and this just doesn't look good. I don't, come on. The butt is very important for Cammy. No joke. That's just a thing. I mean, you have her pose where she wins, where she shows the butt. Other than that, the paint job. There is not really a lot of paint to speak of. It looks kind of bland, especially in the torso area. I really could have used some shading, especially in the molded part over here. And there's a very slight color difference between the crotch piece and the upper body, because the crotch piece is soft plastic. And I mean, because this is like a little bit of a different material, it just sticks. It doesn't stick out that much, but there's a little bit of a difference. Also a little bit of paint bleeding going on over here on the line. That's still not too bad, but overall, it's just the overall package. It's not bad, but there's just some things that could have been done better. And as far as the mold goes, she can't really get her legs straight. That's another thing. As you can tell, it kind of goes out like that. It's not, I mean, the legs don't even touch up here. It's not straight. It's not straight at all, actually. So it's kind of weird. And there's nothing to rotate it around. It doesn't rotate at the knee. It doesn't rotate at the boot. So it's something that could have been easily fixed, and it didn't do that. So moving over to the articulation, the head is just on this ball hinge that is packed into the head. So you can have some fairly good motion. And it's one of those things, if you're not satisfied with the motion, you can always pull the peg out a little bit, which makes the neck longer, but you'll have more range. As a result, doesn't really rotate to the side very well. Her pigtails, her braids, or whatever you want to call it, are on ball joints. So you can bring that around, rotate it around, and bring it up and down just a little bit. You don't really have a lot of room. The ball joints itself don't really have anything, but they're nicely hidden. They see that's an instance where I'm like, okay, so the articulation could be better, but at least I don't have big, ugly ball joints sticking out of it. So I'm completely alright with that. Doesn't have any neck articulation, as I told you already. You can move around the head. So at the shoulder we have a peg that goes into the torso, and we have a big hinge under there, and you can still rotate that around, bring it back and forth a little bit, and it goes up quite far very nicely. Then we have a bicep swivel, double hinged elbow, right? Yeah, I say elbow because I haven't actually checked. Then we have the ball joint with the peg over here. On the fist, that's standard stuff. So the chest just rotates around crazy, and that's super nicely done. That's really good for Cammy, especially for like all her cannon spike poses. You really wanna bend her up there. So that's fine, that's great. We have an ab crunch over there, that's okay, I guess. You have a crotch piece which is soft plastic. It's not floating though, it's really tucked in there, really connected in there. And then the legs, they're just on ball joints actually, just like a T-shaped pegs that go into balls and end on the legs. That's kind of old school, I know, it's weird. But you can rotate it around, and even though you don't have a huge gap over there, it still gets some good articulation on that. So that's pretty cool. I mean, for most parts, when you have like ball joints like that, they usually have huge gaps over there. But you can still kick up. It goes up very well, and it goes out to the side, and it goes back. That's what I'm saying. The butt is more like that, and the butt does not get in the way. How many times have I had a review where it's like, oh, the leg doesn't go far behind because of the butt? That's not an issue here, but the butt doesn't look good, and I'd rather have the leg not going behind as much and have a good butt. I'm sorry. It's moving in an angle. Yeah, of course, because it's slide around over here, and you can't really push that up. So, I mean, you can try to push it in. It's kind of awkward, and that does the, okay, well, you push it in and it just disconnects, it's just, okay. Yeah, you can see, that's where the butt doesn't work. So, overall, leg articulation is hit and miss. The knees, oh my god. What the hell? What are these knees? What are these knees? I've seen some bad knees, but these are, you know, just leave it straight. Alright. Well, this is the one hinge, and then you have another one to bring it down over there. Which, what is this? What, that doesn't accomplish anything, and it just makes the knee look even uglier. So don't use that. Stay away from that. And we have a very good ankle rocker at the boot, where it rotates up there, as you can tell. And I hear the clicking noise, so I want to be careful. But yeah, it rotates all the way out to the side, goes back and forth. So the boot is pretty good, and you have a toe hinge. And look at all the detail under the boot. I didn't even see that, but it's nice to appreciate these things. Once again, especially if you want a cannon spike, you have like a critical art winning pose where she does like the thing. I don't know if you even can do that. Let's see, you have like the arms up, and she looks down to the side, and it's like the boots, and it's kind of like something like that. So you can do that. Well, not really. I mean, I don't really remember how she has her legs, but critical art. She comes with a bunch of accessories. Now, first of all, you have an open mouth and face looking to the side. I thought she had 3 faces. Am I tripping balls? She has the posing, you know, the flat hand when she does like a salute, or just puts her hand out to the side. And we have some more posing hands, just like where the fingers are a little bit going a little bit more crazy for battle poses. And we have these 2 energy effects, which you just combine. You put it on her leg, and she can do the kicking. She comes down on the kicking, and the white stuff is like the impact. It looks cool. I like it. I like the overall look of it. Or you can just use this one without the other one. Your choice. And finally, we also have the London stage, which is nicely printed. I will not take it out for now. I mean, it's just a stage. It looks good. It's nicely printed. It's clear. It's proper. and you can put that in the back of your battle poses. If you want to, I'm not really gonna do that because I don't have any room. Haha! And it's gonna do it for Cammy. It's gonna bring me to the final thoughts. What do I think about this figure? I mean, I made it pretty clear. This one's hit and miss. Overall, the figure still looks good. The eyes, the mold, for the most part, except for some slips here and there in the legs, is good. There's just an overall lack of paint, and it looks kind of overwhelming. Other than that, I don't like the butt and how the legs move out. But for the rest of it, the articulation is very nice, and it overall looks good. I mean, it looks like Cammy in the game. So once again, it is a 50-50, guys. But I still think at the end, she still looks good, and the articulation is good. So you will get some decent figures, some decent poses out of her, and that's, you know, what we're getting these figures for. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like, and maybe subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Cammy wants.